Makes me think of when we set up the tablets with the kids. So what I mean by set up is we went through and set up their email, we set up OneDrive, we set up Microsoft products like Word and PowerPoint. And the first time through, it was kind of a disaster. In my first period class, at least half the kids, we ran into problems. So I called in our deck techs because they're awesome. I had them down here helping me troubleshoot. Jacqueline, my instructional coach, sent a PowerPoint that I could walk through the kids so they could see the steps more than just on the paper that I'd created for them. So it was like 2 different ways they could see it, plus they had help from me and they had help from peers. And so it was interesting to see, just having the extra bodies in the room that are 7th and 8th graders, how much calmer it felt, because the kids knew that they'd have more immediate help, because it was a lot of steps to try to accomplish that day. So it definitely was more successful in my other English classes. First period was the guinea pig.
And I also think it's important for me as a teacher, because it's forcing me to try new things to cater to different learning styles. And it's also allowing me, if I do it right, to take a step back from my class, because they always say that your students are learning self-sufficient when you can kind of remove yourself from the class and they'll continue to work. With tablets, if it's done right, I feel like that's easier. I can kind of step back and go help students individually rather than lead the entire class. And because of that, I can differentiate, I can individualize, and I also feel more efficient. It's easy for me to get frustrated, it's easy for the kids to get frustrated, and so just taking that step back and realizing that the frustration is teaching kids in and of itself, regardless of the content, to kind of work through that and have some grit. Started using the tablets, 2 months ago, and already the first day something went wrong. It went pretty south pretty quickly. But now we get together and I try something new, and if it goes south, we kind of know how to handle it, and they know how to keep their cool, I know how to keep my cool. The biggest change is that I need to help kids on an individual basis much more, and so the other students need to know what to do when I'm helping that individual student. To move together as a class, one tablet might glitch out, so I'll go have to help that student with that tablet individually while everyone just kind of hangs tight and stands by. And so it's been teaching those students what to do right in the middle of class when I have to pause unexpectedly and help one student. Can they just erupt and start talking to each other, or can they hang tight and maybe get out something else to work on, or just sit and wait patiently?
No, we had to keep going. I mean, if the tablets are going to be functional, if we're going to use them in an academic way, they have to be ready for that. And the kids really need that knowledge of how to get it set up, and how to communicate with each other. And I mean, it was necessary, so there really wasn't a give up option. We made it through.